everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1, and I'm back with another Minecraft mod showcase. And today's showcase is day 3 of my Halloween week. And today's theme will be the creature feature. You know, that science fiction genre of movies where some poor saps end up in an isolated environment with some random monster that can be anything from an animated suit of armor to a man-eating plant to a giant crocodile, and have to contend with that and try to survive by any means necessary. Yeah, that's the theme for today. And in that theme, we will be doing a showcase on Mowzie's mobs, which is one of the coolest mods I've seen in Minecraft in a while. Like, the animations on this, if you have not seen this mod before, you really need to check it out. It's just phenomenal. But before we get started, you're probably wondering, what's with this setup? Well, have you ever seen this setup for a horror movie? Research group, adventure team goes onto an isolated island in the middle of nowhere or isolated jungle. Their only means off the island or out of the location is destroyed, and they're stuck contending with some sort of vicious, bloodthirsty monster. Yeah, I think that describes a lot of horror movies. But that does raise a problem. Our means of getting off the island is right there. Let me fix that. And now we are stranded. Yep, we're stranded. Our ship tragically exploded. So now that we're stranded on a desert island, what kind of mobs does this mod add? Well, I need to switch into game mode 0, and here we have the first one, who is really creepy, making disturbing noises. Yeah, there's another one over there. Yeah, this is the Goliath, which is a man-eating plant, in case that was not obvious. Now I do have my spawn point set in here, though this is going to be risky. If it bites you, it does most of your health. Like, seriously, this thing hits like a truck. And it will basically attack anything you put in front of it, though normally I would use cows. Now in this case, it probably won't attack it because it's locked onto me, but I'm going to put it right in front of it and hide. And one dead cow. Well, let's actually go into game mode 1 so I can show this off better. But as you can see, it pretty much ate the cow. Now if I put another cow in here, it will pop up and snap up the cow in one gulp. It will also attack zombies. I don't know about zombie pigmen, but we can try it. And villagers. I have not got it to be able to attack pigs, strangely enough. But if I put a zombie right here, it should go after it. Which, that's going to come in handy, and also oh, the zombie actually killed it. You are a surprisingly powerful zombie. But yeah, that does show how you actually have to kill them, but I'll get to that in a second. And that also gets to their drop, but I will also get to that in a second. And this is kind of where these would come in handy for protecting your base. Well, not against the villagers, but against the zombies and stuff. Because, as I showed there, well, first I'm going to actually have to spawn another one, or actually I can kill the one that was right over there, to show you more accurately how you fight these things, but I'm, of course, going to need some protection here, so let's get some armor on. And grab this diamond sword. And now I can actually fight this thing without dying instantly, and how you have to do it is they're invincible while they're in their little flower cells, but after you lure them out of it, you can attack them, though you have to be kind of careful, and of course I spawned in multiple. They only have 10 health, but they can kill you very quickly. But you have to hit them, and it's very hard to. I suggest distracting them with something else first before doing it, but if you kill them, they have a chance to drop Goliath seeds. Now, Goliath seeds need dirt to grow, so let's grab a little dirt right here, and put it right here in the middle of this pit. At least, I believe they can only grow on dirt. They might actually be able to grow on sand. But if you plant that down there, it will be a baby Goliath. Now, if I go into game mode creative here, what you want to do with a baby Goliath while it's growing is throw it some meat. So in this one in particular, I throw it some beef, and every so often it will pop up and eat it. It's, I believe, every day or so. It needs to eat it every Minecraft day anyway. And basically you just want to throw it some meat and it will eat it and grow up. But that's kind of boring, so let's get into our Goliaths here and show you how this actually goes. And basically you keep doing that for a few days and it will mature. And then you can do stuff like this, where you know you have a pit filled with Goliaths. Which you probably want to make sure you remember where that is, because if you don't, you are going to be in a lot of trouble. But now this pit is filled with Goliaths, so what use is that? Well, if you have this pit in front of your door, that will happen. Yeah, if you put this in front of your door, and I should note they do regen health over time, especially if they've eaten something, I think. So, yeah, you can basically get your own little Goliaths to guard your house, which I think is pretty cool. And let's be honest. That is freaking terrifying. Alright, now on to the next mob. We will continue through the rainforest, and the reason I put multiple Goliaths here is just to kind of show the situation you're going to be in traveling through a rainforest biome where they spawn. And they do have quite a bit of knockback, so keep that in mind when you're trying to fight them. That bite will knock you back if you're not careful. And through here we have the next Mowzie's mob, which is the Furious Rothnot, which kind of reminds me of several monsters from several movies, but more from video games. I don't know where these guys spawn or if they spawn naturally yet, but they're essentially a gigantic suit of armor, and I actually have seen a monster movie with something very similar to this. And if I'm wrong, then probably the Sci-Fi Channel will correct me soon. But anyway, the Furious Rothnot is interesting in that, one, the animation on it is fantastic. Two, it comes at you with that axe, and here's the thing. It is invulnerable. You cannot harm this thing normally. There's only one chance you have of actually hurting it. And that's when it does a particular move, which is that one. And then you need to really quickly get around behind it and hit where that sword is aimed into its back. But yeah, let it hit me for once and show you what it does. Yeah, if it hits you, it basically sends you flying, and I'm in full diamond gear, and it just took out half my health. So I'm pretty sure this thing would have just one-shot me had I been in survival. Okay, that was not a good time for mods to check for updates. But yeah, very difficult fight. I consider this thing the boss of the mod at the present, just because unlike the Goliath, this thing is much more difficult to actually fight. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can probably kill it fairly easily, but it's basically one of those mobs you do not want to get hit by. Let it hit me right here, unless it's going to go for that one. Yeah, as you can see, it basically knocks me back, like, a long ways. Though there is actually something interesting I want to show about this thing, and that is if you actually manage to get away from it. If you manage to get away from the Furious Rothnot, it will go back into wherever it was spawned in. For instance, this one was spawned in there, so it naturally returns to where it was. And if you leave it there too long, it will start to regen health. So keep that in mind. But I think that's cool that, because the actual description given on the page does describe these as guardians, so it makes sense that you can't really lure them away from what they're guarding too far. Okay, let's see if I can get another hit in. Okay, I'm in water, this is not good. Okay, so not terribly difficult, but I still think this qualifies as a pretty decent boss fight. I think it's kind of cool that they managed to make it so there's only one part on its entire body that can actually take damage. Now, if you manage to kill a Furious Rothnot, one, it has a pretty decent death animation, which is something a lot of mods don't have, that I really like this one does. So you get the Rot Helm, which is purely aesthetic. You can't actually get any armor bars from this, or rather you couldn't before. Huh, that's weird. Before, this actually did not give any armor bars. Now, it actually does give a few. So that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to wear this around, it's not as good as Diamond, but it is pretty cool. And it kind of shows, yes, I defeated the Rothnot. Or I managed to find and kill a Rothnot. And yeah, no special effects on that one, but it is kind of cool. I think you might be able to put it... No, you can't put it down. But the other cool thing is the Axe of 1,000 Metals. Which one is gigantic. Yeah, seriously, this thing's bigger than I am. It's just cool to have a weapon this big. But 2, the Axe of 1,000 Metals does 6 attack damage, but if you right-click, you will hit in a string around you. So, basically you hit in a half circle. So, let's go into Creative here and spawn in... I don't want to do Zombie Pigmen, I don't want to do Goliaths. Let's just grab some normal zombies. Zombies, they're zombies. So if I grab a bunch of zombies and put them on this bridge like this, oh crud, it had to be the zombie chicken. And then I do right-click, I will nail all of them at the same time. So this is very good for dealing with entire hordes of enemies at once. And of course you can just use it as a normal weapon. Let me check something here in survival, because you have to actually do damage to a weapon before you can show that it's, I think I actually killed that, baby zombie's chicken. But, yeah, pretty cool. It's nice that this, that you get a cool weapon out of it that does something a bit more unique than a normal, weapon would do. So that's pretty cool. And it does not seem to actually have durability. So not only do you have a pretty powerful weapon that does a really cool area effect that can be really helpful, especially against the third mob, you've pretty much got yourself a decent, unbreakable weapon. I mean, think about it. You never have to worry about this breaking ever. That's actually pretty dang cool. Alright, now the next and final mob in this mod are the Maricona. And basically, wandering through the forest, you get ambushed. I was supposed to be the pressure plate, but a piece of experience turned it somehow. And the Maricona are unique in that there are 5 of them, and there are different types of Maricona. There's the Maricona that has a bone club, the Maricona that has a poison dart gun, who's probably the one you want to kill first, and the leader who has a spear and shield. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and one thing to note is that they actually are a hunting group, so they will attack, I believe, livestock. Let's try a cow here and see if they'll go after that. But they will go after sheep, they might go after the cow, let's see. Yeah, they will. Looks like. Yep, they will go after the cow. So yeah, watch your livestock if you're in a savanna biome, which is where these guys spawn. They'll probably be in trouble. But anyway, let's go into game mode 0 and actually fight them. And I should note, you probably do want to kill off the one with the bow gun first. But I can't see where he is, so I can't kill him. I think I actually did there. But basically, if he shoots you, you will be poisoned, which is going to be a problem. That actually went a lot easier than I expected it to, but they actually are kind of difficult to fight, because if you're not careful, you can get swarmed from all sides by them. And the leader has a spear, which is his main weapon, but that shield also is how he normally is, so you kind of have to wait for him to attack before you can actually attack him back. This is a bad situation. And they do kind of run back, they don't just stand there and let you hit them most of the time. But they don't drop anything at present, they're just kind of a cool mob you can fight. Alright, now something to note is the Goliath and the Maricona will fight each other. So if you have a Goliath near your house and lure some Maricona over, it will start attacking them and killing them. So, kind of just something to note if you're having trouble with a Maricona, is you can lure them to a Goliath and it'll kill them. That might be difficult given the fact that the Goliath is in the jungle biome, and the Maricona normally spawn in a savanna biome. Alright, I spawned in another group of them just so I could show the poison dart guy what he actually does, because I accidentally killed him a little too quick there. And I never got to show what he could do. So, come on, hit me with your poison bow gun, dude. If you're wearing diamond armor, you should be perfectly fine. And for some reason, I don't seem yeah, there, I finally got poisoned. Okay, that's what I wanted to happen. So, yeah. Yeah, so poison isn't too bad, but it can really sap your health if you're not careful. If you're wearing diamond gear, though, you should be perfectly fine. So you don't really have to worry too much about it if you're wearing diamond gear. They're not... And I just died. So you can die in diamond gear to these guys, but it's just not as easy as it is with the others, because these guys, they're more dangerous because they're in a group than that they actually hit really hard. I mean, they hit decently hard, but it's not like the Goliath that can take out most of your health in one hit. So, yeah, the Maricona, which I personally think of as kind of the Tiki Spirit monster, but I think they're kind of based more off of a cannibal tribe, if you think about it. But, yeah, cool mob. I like it. Alright, guys, that's everything there is to show this mod. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And this is just one of those mods that I feel is so awesome you'd be remiss to not look into it. It's kind of like Mutant Creatures. It's just so amazing how the mobs look and how creative they are. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Godzilla Wolf 1, and I'm still a werewolf. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase. On second thought, blowing up the boat might have been a stupid idea.